Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Horizon Broadcast. I'm Nikki Osinski.
And I'm Mike Lewis. On Wednesday, March 11th, the IUS Academic Schools and ASC held the first ever student showcase. Different school organizations displayed what they had to offer.
Right now, IU Southeast Academic Schools and the ASC are presenting the first annual Student Showcase event where students can show some of their creativity and highlight some of the academics.
This is the English Club table, and we're just here to promote literature and knowledge of English literature, just literature in general, on campus. And today we're playing Hangman with books that have been made into movies and just classic books. And that's what we're doing.
A lot of people have been coming by. I think people are curious about what continuing studies is. They're not really sure, and I didn't know either, and someone told me that I should go by and check it out. So I think that once people know what the school has to offer, that we would find that more people are recipients of the continuing studies program than what really meets the eye.
There are a lot of really great students at our school at IUS doing some really great things, and we wanted to show it off. So, and other students, for me personally, I can tell somebody about the different majors, the different schools here at IUS, and I'm an advisor. I can give them a pamphlet and people are like, okay, great, this is so exciting. But when you're hearing about it from other students and you're seeing what other students are doing here, I think it's just so much more effective to see what everybody is doing with their majors in the different schools here. This is the first time event. Kind of concocted it up, thought that it might be a good idea, brought in all the different school advisors to see whether it was even possible to do it.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of support from a lot of the schools. So
Let's see. So
yeah.
So how do you think how it's going so far? I mean, it seems pretty busy. I mean,
yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. I'm always a little bit afraid when you put so much time and effort into an event and a little bit of money that will the students show up. But again, the schools did a really good job of promoting it in different classes. We tried to put some stuff around campus, put it on the website, that kind of thing. So I think a lot of it's word of mouth.
for the IU Southeast Horizon, I'm Nikki Osinski. Want to know who's in SGA? Reporter Ashley Robinson sat down with SGA presidential candidates to get an in-depth perspective on what they plan to do if elected.
Okay, we've actually got three things that we want to do. The first one is that we want to increase recycling on campus, especially here in the University Center. Right now, you can buy plastic bottles and stuff everywhere, but there's no place to recycle them. And plastic bottles take 700 years before they even begin to disintegrate in a landfill. So one thing that we're going to do is we're going to have plastic bottle recycling, especially in the commons area. We also want to, we're going to work with the IU Bloomington's SGA and IUPUI's SGA to push our legislators for tax-free textbooks for students. Right now, I'd say the average student spends about $500 a semester in textbooks, and that would equate to $70 a year in taxes that we have to pay on top of the already high textbook prices. So what we want to do is we want to work with our legislators to get tax-free textbooks for students. And then our last one is that we actually want to push for funding from the student activity fee for student groups. Like at the University of Florida and the University of Kentucky, student groups actually have an opportunity to get funding for different activities they do. If they want to put ads in the newspaper, if they want to put on events and put on stuff like that, they have an opportunity to get funding. And we want to make sure that we want student groups here at IU Southeast to have an opportunity to get funding too. I think it's my experience working with not only the administration here, and not only working with the students in our student government here, but also with working with students from all of the IU campuses. Me and my running mate, Amanda Dimbo, we have either her or we have contacts at 5 of the 7 IU campuses with their student governments. We know people at their student government. And what we want to do is we actually want to work with them on different issues like the tax-free textbooks.
So you think you'll be able to manage the workload of being a TEAC brother and being the president of SGA?
Yes, I am currently the vice president of SGA and vice president of TEAC. It's a heavy workload, but I can balance them all. My main plans is to bring more awareness of student government to the students. Right now, no one knows what student government is. I've been going around interviewing people, finding out what they think about student government, and none of them know what it is, so I'm trying to bring that more in. I'm hoping to get more involved in SIB. That's a Student Involvement Board. Right now, student government has nothing involved in that, and we want student government, since student government helps organize student organizations, that we think we should help them out. Yes, it's all business, but it doesn't have to be business all the time. I can put my foot behind my head. You want me to do it?
Yeah.
The Big Brothers and Sisters just held their Wii Bowl. Reporter Carlotta Harrington was there to catch up on all the Wii action.
Everybody, this is Carlotta Harrington with the Horizon Newscast. I am here at the Bowl for Kids' Sakes with Miss
Kathy Galante.
How you doing today, ma'am?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. So, Bowl for Kids' Sakes. Tell me, when did it all start?
Bowl for Kids' Sake started approximately 20 years ago. It's the largest fundraiser for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Kentuckiana. We raise funds in both southern Indiana and the Louisville area, and it has raised over $20 million nationwide, and here in the Kentuckiana area, it's raised over $500,000.
Good. And the money that comes from this Bowl for Kids' Sake, where does it all go?
It goes to supporting our one-to-one matches, and we serve children ages 7 to 16 with a caring adult in a one-to-one match relationship. It costs approximately $1,000 per match to see that match through from start to finish. This is an annual event, and it runs from January to March, and we spend just about every weekend in a bowling alley, and we've served over 1,896 children last year, and we have over 3,000 bowlers that come out to bowl with us each year.
Good. Now, if a person wasn't able to make it here today, where else can they go and where can they find more information?
We actually have 2 more bowls next weekend, or this coming weekend. One in Kentucky is at Rose Bowl at 3 o'clock, and the other one is here in southern Indiana at, I believe it's Brewster's Lane. So if you're interested in bowling, you can visit our website at www.bbbsky.org, or you can go to www.bowlforkidsake.com.
That wraps it up for this week's edition. See you next week.